Hey guys, Ruben here with your daily tech needs, and today I wanted to go through with you, my subscribers, what a kernel is in Android terms, and well, more or less any other terms, computers as well, and how to install one on an Android device. So let's get started. A kernel is basically the middleman between the hardware and the software. It controls what speed your processor is going at. If you have the function to overclock it, as you can see, my max for this particular ROM is 1.2 gigahertz. It also controls governors, inputs and outputs, that kind of thing. So basically, when I press a button, it brings up the software area here. The kernel's the middleman in between them, controlling everything from the volume to the brightness, etc. Kernels are present in not just Android phones, they're present in Windows, basically any operating system software. So yep, and the Android kernel is actually based off Linux, just in case you didn't know, which Linux is an open source operating system. So I think that's probably all you need to know in terms of what a kernel is. You can install one on your Android device by simply flashing. On Android devices, kernels have Clockwork mod pre-installed with them, so when you install a kernel you automatically install a Clockwork mod, in case you didn't know. And there's two versions of Clockwork mod available. There's the standard version where you use the volume buttons and the power button to select your choice, and then there's also the touch version, which allows buttons at the bottom where you can touch instead of using hardware buttons. So yeah, that's basically what a kernel is. So today next part of the video here is going to show you how to install one. So first thing you're going to want to do is connect your micro USB to your phone and use it as a mass storage device, and turn that on, and then wait for that to connect to your computer. You're going to want to download a kernel. Just bring it over here a minute, and if you can see that there, I've installed the SiyahKernel, I believe it's called, and I've also just got a pop-up here telling me to open up my SD card, so I'm just going to open up my SD card from my phone. I've downloaded the kernel. This kernel is a touch version. It's a very good kernel actually. It includes dual boot options, so if you want me to do a video on dual boot options with this kernel for the Galaxy S2, just leave a comment below and I'll do that. So we're just going to copy the kernel zip file. It's a .zip file. And then we're going to paste it into our SD card. There we go, it's pasted in there. I'm just going to go back to the phone then. This kernel, by the way, you can use on any ice cream sandwich ROM, as far as I know. Yeah, it's any ice cream sandwich ROM. And the ice cream sandwich ROM that I'm using today is the hydrogen ice cream sandwich ROM, because I think it's the best. So now it's safely on our device, just going to turn off USB storage and take the cable out, and you're going to want to boot it into recovery, which is our Clockwork mod. A number of ways you can do this. You can press home, up and power at the same time and hold them down, or if you're on a particular ROM, sometimes I have options in the main menu to reboot into recovery, which mine do, so I'm just going to boot that into recovery, and it shouldn't take that long here. With this speedy phone. Okay, so we're in Clockwork mod now, and as you can see we have all these options. This is the basic non-touch version. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to install a zip from the SD card. This is a fairly simple procedure. Just scroll down to install zip from SD card, choose a zip from the SD card, and then find your zip, which is here for me anyway. You can just see that, the Siyah v3 kernel zip. So we're just going to press yes, install, and hopefully this should work for you guys. So as we can see in there, it's flashed the kernel and everything's fine. So we're just going to reboot now, and hopefully here we'll reboot and it should reboot fine into the main ROM, and we should have no problems hopefully. If you do get problems like boot, there you go, there's the icon for the new kernel, so that's a good sign. If you do get problems like boot loops where it continually reboots without getting actually into your particular phone itself or your ROM, you're going to want to restore from a backup, so make sure you do a backup first before you do any of this. Just an Android backup, just to be on the safe side, because I won't want you to screw up your device. So here we've got the common Android is upgrading area, and as you can see we've booted up fine, it seems here. I'm going to let everything start up first, shouldn't take that long, and we'll just see if the kernel's installed fine. Seems to, we don't seem to have any problems here. Let's go into about phone, and as you can see here the kernel version, SiyahKernel, is there. This kernel also brings the feature of overclocking, I believe. Max CPU, yep, you can now overclock to 1.6, so that's interesting. I don't think there's any need for that personally. I believe it's going pretty fast even without overclocking. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, that's been my video, my short video here on what a kernel is for an Android and how to install any kernel actually on your Android device, or in particular the SiyahKernel, which I installed on any ice cream sandwich ROM today. So yeah, please like this video and comment if you want me to do the video on dual boot options on the Galaxy S2 i9 100.